Okay, hi Tiffany. This has still been on my mind, a couple of things, and I wanted to address them instead of just letting them stay. Um, the biggest question I have has to do with the 17 boxes thing, which I'll get back to. But I wanted to show you. I did find that uh, I was able to edit my kit without it duplicating in my cart, so that's a good thing. But I want to show you where I'm going here. And I went to Premier Order, and I went to Modify Order. So it brings me to my cart, and I have a kit. Now, of course, I had originally thought that I could just do 0 and update, and it would delete the kit, and I could start from scratch. But you explained why that doesn't work. Um, so I guess I have a couple of options. I could add something like a la carte and then delete the kit. But I thought that I would try editing my kit. There's a couple of things that I find a little strange. So when I go to edit the kit to customize it, um, let me go down and then I'm going to come back up. I use these and I say, don't want that, or I do want that, or whatever, and make the changes. Then of course there's not a save button, but there is an add to cart button, and so I do that. I do add to cart, which I did a while ago. I made some changes, did add to cart. It appeared to do correctly, went into my cart. Looks like no problem. However, when I come back through this process again, this list, I don't know if this list is standardized and doesn't ever change, but I mean it should say that. I mean, it says your essential optimal kit includes. So apparently this list doesn't update because some of these things are not in the kit anymore. At least if it did correctly. There's no longer a wild strawberry shake. Not that I didn't like it, but there's not one of those. There's no pretzels and stuff like that, honey mustard and onion sticks. So maybe that just doesn't update. So I go back through here and I make sure that things are right, etc. And I think they are. I'm gonna have to go back and look again. So anyway, when I get to the point after which I have added to cart, it was showing right here where you see this. It was coming up with 2 separate kits for some reason, but it stopped doing that. That's fixed apparently. So now I want to get to I guess the more important question, because whenever we talked about this program to begin with, and I don't want you to take me the wrong way, I believe you're straightforward and honest, but when we first talked about the program, I asked you about the monthly cost, and you said a range, and I think the top of the range, if I remember correctly, was like $385 or $375, something like that. So that was the monthly cost that we discussed. Then I said, does it cover you for the whole month? And the reason I asked that question was because some programs don't, and they leave you kind of to fend for yourself a couple of days a week or whatever, and I needed the structure. So you said yes, it covers you for the whole month. Now what I'm learning is that this kit has 17 boxes in it. 17 boxes covers you for like 23.8 days. It does not cover you for the whole month. I haven't, let's see, I think I've figured out accurately that you really have to have 5 extra boxes in order to cover yourself for the whole month. Those boxes are like let's say $22 a piece. So why does it do that? I mean, I do not understand the rationale of saying oh well, we think people in our second month are just not going to follow our program, so we're just going to do a 17 box kit. That just doesn't make sense to me. And why would this program say, well, we want you to stay on program, we want you to eat your fuelings, don't skip your fuelings, we got you covered for the month, except, by the way, we don't have you covered for the month. These 17 boxes won't get you there. You're going to have to fork out some extra money when you're already paying this much a month. So I really do have a problem with this. I don't understand why this wasn't explained at the beginning. And so that's actually, over $100 more a month. That's not anywhere in the range that we talked about that I can recall. So I really would like you to address this with me as soon as you can. The other thing I want to ask to make sure of with you is, when I've gotten to this point, if I do want to add more boxes, obviously I can't go edit kit and add more boxes, because as you saw, when it gets to 17 out of 17, you can't add any more. Therefore, where do I go? So maybe it should be intuitive, but it's not completely. However, I'm thinking shop, and then do I go over to optimal weight? Do I go to choose your own fuelings? So I went to choose your own fuelings, and making sure that we're in the essentials. Is this how I do it? So I just go here and select, and then add those items to the cart. I think that's probably what I'm supposed to do. I just would like you to verify that for me. And if you could just address that question about the 17 boxes, because it just really is bothering me. I don't understand that. I'm glad to be losing the weight that I'm losing. It's a lot of money, and it's worth it. But this additional $100 a month has just kind of hit me out of the blue. So if I have any other questions, I'll just text you. But I thought this was a good way to perhaps show you where I'm coming from.